I'll be honest, I don't know where to start. I mean, I really don't have any excuse. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the time of recording this video, and only now am I starting things. So I guess you can pretty much guess what my low for the day is. Actually, that'd be my low for tomorrow's video. I guess, that's my low from yesterday. I guess yesterday my low is I did get into an argument with my mom about something personal. It's fine now. It just happened really late at night, and I think that might be why I stayed in bed for so long, because I went to bed angry. That might be what it was. But again, everything's fine. Right, I forgot to say good morning and happy Friday. Actually, I almost woke up. Good afternoon and happy Friday, everyone. Right, I already talked about my low. My high was, we got a new episode of Hot Ones yesterday. And it's a beautiful day out right now. And my act of kindness was yesterday when I went to get some shopping done. I went to grab a shopping cart. And there was a lady who was struggling to try and get hers. So, because if you ever go to get a shopping cart, sometimes they're stuck together until you really pry them apart. So I pried it apart for her and gave her the cart. Then gave her mine. Then I got mine. So yes, I did that. I have to say though, it's been a good while since this is probably the most casual I've dressed in quite a while. I mean, yeah, come on, I don't dress modestly all the time. Now we're getting into this time of year, I can actually show my arms and my legs. Because it's a beautiful day out right now. I can't wait to enjoy the sunshine. And honestly, for being the last Friday in May, kind of a perfect time to do that. Okay, so I gotta get my Hot Ones notes out. Because for those of you who missed it, Emily Blunt was yesterday's Hot Ones guest. And if you saw my video on Tuesday, then yeah, I guess I did kind of beat a dead horse with the decision that Emily Blunt, for those of you who don't know, Emily Blunt would have been a Black Widow, but she chose to be but she didn't want to do it. Here we go. Had to find my notes. And this was actually a really great episode too. Now, I was correct. She is promoting The Devil Wears Prada, but most importantly, in terms of things that are really current, the Steven Spielberg movie Disclosure Day, which she's in, she's promoting that as well. So, yeah, I guess I was right. And obviously because, the people at Hot Ones are, famous, they get to watch they get a special sneak preview of the movie before it's released on, Sean got to see the movie now. Disclosure Day, I mean. And the movie doesn't come out until June 12th. Literally 2 weeks from now. So, the first question was about Disclosure Day, because apparently there's one scene where, because Emily Blunt plays a meteorologist in the movie, and with everything going on, for whatever reason, she starts speaking in clicks and tongues, and they talked about, how you approach a scene in which you have to do that. It's a sort of scene where, she's talking normal, just like anyone would, but then she starts talking in ways that no one can understand her. They talked about, there was another, it was Kate Beckinsale. When she was on Hot Ones, they talked about how feeling regret for the last day of shooting. And Emily Blunt sort of feels the same way. She said no, but I say sort of just simply because of the way she described it. Like, it'll be like months after shooting is over. Like, she'll be like in the car, take her kids to school or whatever, and then she'll immediately remember a line she did from like the last project she was in. She's like, I could have said it like that, couldn't I? That's what happens. Let's see. They talked about making a quotable movie and how a movie script and how the quotes will amplify with time. And the greatest example that Emily Blunt came up with was in The Devil Wears Prada, because it was a good movie when it came out, but like over time, like everyone has been quoting that movie. Granted, it's been a while since I have seen that movie, but the one quote I do remember was Stanley Tucci's character saying, "Gird your loins." That's literally like the one line I remember from that movie. Oh, and Meryl Streep's character saying, "That's all." Like, that's okay. I guess I do remember a few. I guess I do remember more lines than I thought. Cool. Well, it is a quotable movie. But what can I say? And Emily Blunt talked about the movie that fans walk up to her the most with. It's this is what you're doing. This is what you should be doing. Like, basically telling Anne Hathaway's character to shut up. That is iconic, actually. That's another line I remember. They talked about the most Tom Cruise thing she ever saw Tom Cruise do, because they were both in the movie Edge of Tomorrow, which is also a really great movie. Edge of Tomorrow is awesome. And they were talking about this one scene where they're like wearing 80 pounds worth of a suit, and they're like in a harness which is carrying them by their nether regions, as she put it. And then, like, because Tom Cruise, like, she doesn't want to like look bad in front of Tom Cruise, but eventually even she got to the point where she sees Tom Cruise getting a little frustrated, and she's like, "This sucks." And then Tom Cruise is like, "It's a challenge." It's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is awesome. We like Tom Cruise here. Obviously, Emily Blunt has been in a lot of movies that are, frightening and disturbing, like in A Quiet Place or Sicario. But the most frightening scene for her was her arrival when she was in Mary Poppins Returns. Something about coming in from the clouds and how, like, she's coming in from like a really tall height and like she's descending down. Evidently, like, according to her, it was like 3 takes before, like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. And I get it. Like, I've never seen Mary Poppins Returns, but I did look at the scene where she was talking about, and yeah, from her perspective, I would definitely be very worried if I was like, because for those of you who don't know, the most dangerous thrill ride I personally have ever done was jumping off of the Stratosphere in Las Vegas. Yes, I jumped off that tower, and they have a harness for you. And even though it's perfectly safe and you have a harness, unless something really truly catastrophic happens, nothing bad should happen to you. Like, it's really nerve-wracking when you're standing from that tall of a height. Like, the phrase "everybody looks like ants" is thrown a lot, but no, everyone literally does look like ants. It's It's disturbing. They talked about Roger Deakins as a cinematographer. Okay, so the next two wings, Cyanide Gourmet's Eight Dragons and The Bomb Beyond Sanity, were both literally about the bomb. Like, literally, the seventh wing was just talking about the bomb. And that was it. They talked to, like, nothing in regards to her career, like, just talking about the bomb. And then you actually get to the bomb. And they talked about her favorite cooking show, which is the Great British Bake Off, I think is what she said. Although she also likes Ina Garten's The Barefoot Contessa. She talked about, they talked about the film that she most recommends everyone seeing, which is Jaws, also directed by Steven Spielberg. Actually, Jaws is a movie full stop, I haven't seen. I mean, I know what Jaws is about. And yeah, I really should. I mean, my father saw that movie, and let me tell you what, everyone in that summer was afraid to get in the water. And I get it. I mean, yeah. It's great that Emily Blunt talks about Steven Spielberg movie because she's in Disclosure Day, which was directed by Steven Spielberg. But if I could add anything to what Emily Blunt said yesterday in regards to Jaws, and this is something that my father says a lot, we as humans are naturally prone to have a very strong fear of water, specifically deep blue water. And the reason is, it's because our ancestors, in terms of, evolution, they were the ones that, got out of the water. Because remember, all life started underwater, as evolution dictates. And, fun fact, 99.9% of all creatures that ever existed on Earth are extinct. Yes. For as many creatures as there are on planet Earth right now, we have a mere 0.1% of all creatures that existed on Earth. Crazy, right? And the reason is because they all existed in the water. Those who got out of the water, our ancestors, and other land animals like, elephants and dogs and cats and horses and such, they survived. And they grew into those animals I just mentioned. Those that stayed in the water either adapted, thus becoming, fish and other sorts of cold-blooded invertebrates, or they died. Again, 99.9% of, creatures on Earth, they're all gone. And the vast majority of them are in the water, which really does add to how we know so much more about what's going on up there than we do down here. I just find that stuff really interesting. And for the last dab, Sean asked her, what is Emily Blunt's Mount Rushmore of Emily Blunt movies? Ooh. When she talked about it's funny, because when Sean asked this question, the first movie I thought of that she would say was, listen, I'm just, at this point, in the couple seconds before she says her answer, I'm just speculating that maybe she'll say Sicario. And she said Sicario was on there. So, pat myself on the back for that one. And what's funny, she talked about, Mary Poppins and Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow's good. Mary Poppins, I can definitely see some people being very divisive about it. But the second movie she mentioned, Oppenheimer. Yeah, I mentioned in Tuesday's video, Emily Blunt was nominated for an Oscar for Oppenheimer. She plays Robert Oppenheimer's wife. Oppenheimer was such a great movie. It's been almost 3 years since I've seen Oppenheimer, and Yeah, it's the best movie I saw that whole year, pretty much. I like, I saw a lot of great movies in 2023, actually. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Oppenheimer, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. A lot of really great movies, actually. Um, hmm. But, yeah. So, Sicario, Oppenheimer, A Quiet Place 1, 2, and soon to be 3. So she's including, because I get it, A Quiet Place is obviously one story about her character, so therefore, yeah, I guess it's okay. I mean, it's her list. She can group it together if she wants. And as if it sounded a little bit of out of regret or reluctance, not regret, it's reluctance I meant. She said The Devil Wears Prada. And I mean, listen, there's a lot of very positive adjectives that could be used to describe Emily Blunt. Incomparable, incredible, lovely and talented. You know, that list would go on and on. And, I mean, what more do I need to add? It's Emily Blunt. You know, she's literally awesome in every single way. And while I guess I'd be remiss if I didn't say John Krasinski is the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Actually, funny fact about John Krasinski, he's an actor himself, but he also was the one who directed the Quiet Place franchise. So literally at the end of, because at the end of every Hot Ones episode, Sean's like, let the people know what you got going on in your life. And she mentioned, I have Disclosure Day coming out, and I'm going to be filming A Quiet Place Part 3 with my husband. That's John Krasinski. So, yeah, man, this second episode of season 30, and, I mean, listen, pretty much you'd be hard-pressed to find any Hot Ones episode that's quote-unquote bad. In fact, there really has never been a bad Hot Ones episode, but for season 30, it looks like the good people over at First Beat Feast and Hot Ones are pulling out all the stops. And I mean, Colin Jost a week ago, and now Emily Blunt. I don't know what they got next, but I'm really excited for what season 30 has in store for us. I hope you like this video. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble. This video for you guys to watch your video. We have a wonderful, I forgot there. Friday. Remember, if you guys want to talk to me, we can lend yours back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.